thing in the middle of a vast, endless ocean. Dark clouds drift across the sky as powerful waves crash against each other. The water stretches to every horizon, with no ships, no land, and no sign of human life anywhere. In this immense emptiness, a tiny lifeboat floats helplessly between the waves. Inside, two young people are utterly exhausted. One of them is Lena. Her long blonde hair is a mess from the ocean wind. Her glamorous makeup faded after days of struggle. Her beautiful face now shows only fear and deep exhaustion. She sits quietly, staring at the endless horizon, hoping to spot land. But there is nothing but water. On the other side of the boat sits Kai. His muscular arms tremble from rowing for hours. His skin is slick with salt water and sweat. It's clear he's at his limit. But strangely, even in this terrible situation, his eyes sometimes drift toward Lena. There's something special in his gaze, almost as if he's grateful she's there. For several days, these two strangers have been adrift in the middle of the ocean with almost no food and very little water. Lena is terrified, consumed with worry about their survival. But Kai feels something completely different. The moment he first saw Lena, something changed inside him. Even surrounded by danger, he feels like fate brought them together. Suddenly, Lena squints, her eyes toward the far horizon. Something has caught her attention. At first, it's just a small, dark shape among the waves. But then she realizes what it is. An island, very far away, but clearly visible. The faint tops of palm trees are just barely visible above the waterline. Lena jumps to her feet, her heart racing as hope floods her face. She quickly points toward the horizon, telling Kai that there's land ahead. Kai immediately tries to row toward it, but his body is too exhausted. His hands shake as he grips the oar, his muscles completely drained. For a moment, it looks like they might not make it. Then, the wind begins to blow strongly across the ocean. The direction of the waves slowly changes, and the powerful wind starts pushing the small lifeboat forward. It's as if nature itself has decided to help them. Slowly, the island gets closer and closer. The palm trees become clearer. A white sand beach starts to appear. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the small boat reaches the shore, gently crashing onto the soft sand. For a moment, everything is quiet. Lena immediately jumps out of the boat and steps onto the beach. But the moment her feet touch the sand, her legs give out. She collapses to her knees, her body extremely weak from days without food. She tries to stand again and slowly stumbles toward the jungle, desperately searching for anything to eat. Meanwhile, Kai climbs out of the boat and steps onto the island. He takes a deep breath, and fresh tropical air fills his lungs, too. The warm sunlight shines through the palm trees, and the sound of waves crashing on the beach is a peaceful echo behind him. For Kai, this place almost feels like paradise. But just 1 week earlier, their lives were completely different. Only a few days before this disaster, Lena had been enjoying a luxurious graduation trip with her classmates. A large yacht was floating in the middle of the ocean, a huge party raging on its deck. Colorful lights flashed everywhere, music blared, and students danced and laughed together. Lena stood among them in a beautiful party outfit. Her gold chainmail top sparkled under the bright lights, while her black miniskirt gave her a stylish, confident look. Many people admired her beauty, and her friends constantly encouraged her to talk to someone, maybe even find love on this trip. Even though Lena came from a wealthy and comfortable life, there was one thing missing. She had never truly fallen in love before. That night, she secretly hoped that something exciting might happen. On the opposite side of the yacht stood Kai, who's leaning against the railing quietly, watching the ocean while everyone else enjoyed the party. Unlike the others, Kai didn't care much for school events or rules. He had already been expelled from several schools for his rebellious personality. He never liked being controlled by anyone. Suddenly, flashing police lights appeared in the distance. Sirens echoed across the water. Panic spread across the yacht as students started running everywhere in confusion. In the middle of the chaos, someone accidentally pushed Lena from behind. Her high heels slipped on the wet floor. Before she could react, she lost her balance and fell directly into the dark ocean. The splash immediately caught Kai's attention. Without a second thought, he jumped straight into the water. The cold ocean surrounded him as he swam quickly toward Lena. Within seconds, he reached her and pulled her safely toward a nearby rescue boat floating beside the yacht. Both of them climbed into the small boat. Lena was still shocked and confused about what had just happened, but Kai made a decision that would change everything. While no one was looking, he quietly cut the rope that connected the rescue boat to the yacht. Kai had no intention of going back. He simply wanted to escape the chaos and wait until everything calmed down. But fate had other plans. Dark storm clouds suddenly filled the sky. Thunder echoed loudly across the ocean as powerful rain began to pour down. Within minutes, massive waves surrounded the tiny boat. The yacht slowly disappeared into the distance, while the violent storm pushed their rescue boat further and further away. Lena and Kai shouted for help, hoping someone would hear them. But their voices were swallowed by the roaring storm. And that was the moment their survival story truly began. Now, standing on this mysterious island, neither of them realizes how much their lives are about to change. Dense jungle stretches across the island behind them. Unknown sounds echo from deep within the trees. The island may look beautiful from the outside, but it's hiding many secrets. And Lena and Kai are about to discover them. Through morning, sun slowly rises over the endless ocean, casting a warm golden light across the small tropical island. This is where Lena and Kai finally found land after days adrift at sea. The white sand beach glows softly, and waves gently kiss the shore. The small rescue boat that carried them here still rests on the sand, half in the water, half on the beach. For the first time in days, the ocean looks calm. The violent storm that pushed them here is gone, leaving only a quiet breeze and the peaceful sound of waves. Lena slowly opens her eyes. She had collapsed from exhaustion on the warm sand the night before. Her body feels incredibly weak from hunger, every movement an effort. Her blonde hair is a mess, and sand clings to her skin and clothes. For a moment, she looks confused, trying to piece together where she is. Then the memories rush back. The yacht party, the fall into the ocean, the storm, and the terrifying days drifting in the tiny rescue boat. She turns her head and sees the lifeboat still lying there. Next to the boat, Kai is already awake, stands at the edge of the shore, staring out at the ocean as if hoping to see a ship on the horizon. The sunlight highlights his muscular frame as the sea breeze moves through his hair, but the ocean is empty. No ships, no helicopters, no sign that anyone is looking for them. Kai finally turns and notices Lena is awake. He walks over and helps her sit up slowly. Lena tries to act strong, but it's clear she has almost no energy left. Her stomach has been empty for far too long. Kai looks toward the jungle that covers most of the island. Tall palm trees stretch high into the sky, their leaves rustling in the wind. Dense green plants create a thick tropical forest, hiding whatever lies deeper within. Somewhere in that jungle, there has to be food. Kai helps Lena stand, and together they walk slowly away from the beach, leaving the rescue boat behind. As they approach the edge of the jungle, the air suddenly feels cooler. The shade from the tall palms offers a reprieve from the intense sun, and the sounds of the island become clearer. Birds call from high branches, and insects buzz quietly among the leaves. Everything feels peaceful, but also completely unfamiliar. Lena looks around at the strange environment. She's never been in a place like this. Her entire life has been a world of luxury hotels, modern cities, and expensive parties. A wild tropical island is completely alien to her. Suddenly, she spots something hanging from a nearby tree. Small, round, brightly colored fruits grow between the leaves, clearly ripened under the tropical sun. Her eyes fill with excitement. Without a second thought, she rushes to the tree and reaches for one of the fruits. Her hands tremble slightly as she pulls it from the branch. Kai watches carefully. Neither of them knows if it's safe to eat, but hunger has pushed Lena beyond caution. She slowly takes a bite. For a moment, they both wait nervously. Then, Lena's face lights up with relief. The fruit is sweet. Fresh juice runs down her fingers as she eats it quickly. Kai picks a few for himself and begins eating too. After days of starvation, the simple taste of fresh fruit feels almost unbelievable. Some of their strength slowly begins to return. After a short rest, they continue deeper into the island. The jungle grows thicker, and sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor through the dense canopy above. Strange animal sounds echo in the distance. Lena moves closer to Kai, almost without realizing it. 2. Even though the island saved them, it still feels mysterious and unknown. After walking for some time, they hear the faint sound of moving water. Kai follows the sound through the trees until they discover a small freshwater stream flowing gently between rocks. The clear water sparkles where sunlight breaks through the leaves. They both rush toward it, kneeling beside the stream and drinking the cold fresh water with desperate relief. It feels incredibly refreshing after days of surviving on almost nothing. For the first time since the disaster, Lena starts to feel like they might actually survive here. But as they rest by the stream, Kai notices something unusual further ahead. Between the trees, partially hidden by plants and vines, is a dark opening in the side of a rocky hill. A cave. The entrance is wide enough for both of them to walk inside. Kai approaches it slowly, with Lena following closely behind. Inside, the cave is cool and dry. The ground is sheltered from rain, and the rocky walls make it feel much safer than sleeping in the open jungle. Kai looks around and realizes this could be their shelter. Night will come again soon, and the jungle could become much more dangerous in the dark. They decide to head back to the beach to grab anything useful from the lifeboat before sunset. When they reach the shore again, the lifeboat is still resting quietly on the sand, exactly where they left it. The ocean around it remains calm. Together, they search the boat and collect anything that might help them survive. A small rope, a broken paddle, and a few pieces of fabric they can use as bedding. As the sun slowly sets behind the ocean, the sky fills with brilliant orange and red. Lena and Kai walk back toward the jungle, carrying the few supplies they managed to find. Behind them, the quiet beach, the gentle waves, and the lonely lifeboat remain. This island is now their only chance for survival. But neither of them realizes yet that living here will change their lives in ways they never imagined. And as darkness slowly covers the island, the mysterious jungle prepares to reveal even more secrets waiting deep inside. Through awning, sun crept over the horizon, casting a soft glow on the quiet island. For Lena and Kai, this place was no longer just a patch of sand and jungle. It had become their world. Their small orange rescue boat, a permanent fixture on the white beach, served as a constant reminder of the day their lives were thrown off course. But with each passing day, the island's initial threat had softened into a familiar challenge. Inside their rocky cave, cool and dry, Lena stirred from her sleep. The simple bed of palm leaves was surprisingly comfortable now. Kai was already up, standing at the mouth of the cave, gazing into the dense green of the jungle as the morning breeze rustled the palm leaves. He'd become a protector, a partner. Lena joined him, and a silent understanding passed between them. They were no longer just two strangers fighting to stay alive. They were a team. Their bodies had grown stronger, fueled by the sweet, bright red fruits they discovered, little jewels hanging from the trees. Their daily routine was a simple, yet vital dance. First, to the freshwater stream that cut through the jungle. Its clear water, a life-giving nectar. They would kneel side by side, the cool liquid a welcome start to their day. Then, they'd gather the vibrant red fruits, their sweet juice a burst of energy. What started as a desperate search for sustenance had become a shared, peaceful ritual. Days blurred into weeks, and weeks stretched into what felt like an eternity. The island, once a vast, intimidating wilderness, was slowly revealing its secrets to them. They had carved their own paths, learned the rhythms of the jungle, and found a rhythm of their own. The space that once separated them, filled with fear and uncertainty, had vanished. It was replaced by shared laughter as they picked fruit, by quiet conversations next to the stream, and by watching the sun paint the sky in fiery colors from their spot on the beach. Their partnership, forged in the crucible of survival, began to transform. It was a slow, unspoken change, as natural as the tide. The reliance on each other for safety blossomed into a reliance for comfort, for companionship. It grew into something deeper, something neither of them had ever expected to find in a place so far from civilization. One evening, as they sat on the sand, watching the brilliant sunset, a strange realization washed over them. This island, their prison, had somehow started to feel like a home. But fate had another twist in store. One afternoon, while walking near the shore, Kai froze. His eyes were fixed on the horizon. Lena followed his gaze, her heart skipping a beat. It wasn't a trick of the light. Out on the vast expanse of blue, a definite shape was moving. A ship. A real massive ship. Its white hull cutting through the water. A surge of adrenaline shot through them. They waved their arms frantically, shouting until their throats were raw, desperate to be seen. Thinking fast, Kai raced to a pile of dry wood and palm leaves they'd collected. With a spark, a small flame ignited, and soon a thick column of smoke was rising into the clear blue sky. Desperate signal of hope. The minutes that followed felt like an eternity. They watched, breathless, as the ship continued on its course. Had they been missed? Just as despair began to set in, the ship's direction changed. It was turning. It was coming toward them. Tears streamed down Lena's face, a mix of relief and disbelief. After all this time, after everything they had endured, they were going to be saved. A small boat soon reached the shore, and the rescue crew helped the stunned pair aboard. As they pulled away, Lena and Kai took one last look back at the island. The beach, the jungle, the cave that had been their sanctuary, and the little orange boat that started it all. That island, a place of fear and hardship, had also been the backdrop for the most profound connection of their lives. Standing side by side on the deck of the rescue boat, watching their island shrink into the distance, no words were needed. They had arrived as strangers, pushed together by circumstance, but they were leaving as something infinitely more. Their story of survival was over, but the bond they had forged, the love that had grown in the heart of the wild, was a story that would last a lifetime. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more.